Hey everybody, Dan Henry here, and I'm here with Alejandro Rodriguez, who hit $8,000 a month with his online course with no email sequence.
Oh no!
Which is, I don't know if this is going to be a customer interview or me browbeating you. But so listen, just to give some context, we're gonna dive into this. But I'm looking at my notes here. So, Alejandro, you joined Sold Out Courses, and your goal is you sell. What is your course on?
So my course is I teach people how to start a web agency and make six figures without knowing anything about websites.
So it's a web design, right?
Yeah, web design.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool. And you launched your evergreen course, meaning you're running ads and all that, to an evergreen webinar, not a launch or anything like that, just the evergreen webinar. And you hit, to be exact, it says here $7,952, so about $8,000, correct?
That's correct.
And what did you spend on ads?
I spent around $3,500.
Okay, so that's really good ROI, especially for not having a damn email sequence. And so I understand you're running ads to the webinar, and the webinar is converting so good on its own that you're making this type of money. And you don't have, but you send out what, one email just about a replay?
Yeah, just the replay sequence is what I have set up.
But no countdown emails. No, you just haven't set that up yet.
No dead funnels, no nothing yet. No.
Oh my God.
Not that I'm not gonna do it. I have to do it. I know.
For shame. Okay. All right. So that number could be way bigger. So let me ask you this: what was the problem? Because you've been in Sold Out Courses a few months now. I know that most of the time you were spent doing your research and getting everything together, and then you launched your Evergreen about a month ago, and you hit some pretty good numbers. What was the big problem you had when it came to launching an online course before you joined Sold Out Courses?
The biggest problem, Dan, was first, I knew I wanted to do a course about websites, but honestly, I can say structuring the course itself, that was probably one, because if I didn't do the steps that you did, going to, doing some research, customers research, running some surveys, if I didn't do my beta test, the course that I would have came out of, it would have been just straight up bad. So yeah. So that was the biggest one. And then I think the second problem would be I don't have an audience, I have a shoe business. I don't have that.
Yeah, I
audience.
see those shoes behind you. Those are nice.
Thanks, man. I don't have an audience that is waiting for me. It's not like I'm teaching people. I'm not a teacher, or I haven't done any, information products. So it's I didn't have the background. So for me to be able to come up with a great product, have an amazing webinar because of your template and because of, your feedback, and be able to run cold traffic, people that have no idea who I am, and then actually buy, that's just amazing. But I guess those two were my biggest challenges starting out. What do I do the course? How do I frame it? And then most importantly, how do I sell it to people that don't know me, period?
Cool. So it sounds like, again, I'm just blown away that your webinars, I remember going on the coaching calls and working with you on your webinar, and it's really awesome that it's converting that good to make that type of ROI with no freaking email sequence.
Well, remember this too. There was one time where you told me.
Oh yes.
So, I was running the ads, and I'm like, Dan, it's not working right now. You're like, dude, you just started. Relax. Just change this one thing. And you told me the webinar, just take away the bonuses. And it was just one little detail that you said, hey, just mention that you're going to take the bonuses away and see what happens. As soon as I did that, I uploaded it, and it was just that was it. I'm like, holy stuff.
It's all right. Yeah, I remember you told me your numbers. I remember what happened. You told me your numbers. I said, all right, tell me your registration rate, tell me your show up rate, tell me this, tell me that. You told me all your numbers, and just based on the numbers alone, I remember knowing, I said, wait, are you doing this? And you're like, yeah, right. I am doing that. And I just knew it because I've helped coach and create so many webinars that when I hear that specific set of numbers, I immediately know what the problem is, and because it's a common problem. And you were doing it, and you flipped it, and it made the biggest difference. Just that one coaching call. That's cool. So
100%.
Let me ask you this: what made what made working in the Sold Out Courses program, so efficient?
Honestly, I gotta say, the way you break everything down, like the actual process, is very systematically. And I'm an entrepreneur, man, and most entrepreneurs, we're all brain scattered.
Yeah.
And that's the truth. And so for me, I'm brain scattered, and for me to have a process and literally just shut my mouth and just follow the process to the T, I think that's what allowed me to get the most value out of your course. Is you really have the steps, man. Like you just got to put in the work at this point. So that is a huge part of it. And the power behind those coaching calls, man. Like, talk about the details. And I know you mentioned that story a while back where you were doing your jiu-jitsu and that one little detail got actually get some. Like, it's so true. It's just, man, it's just those little, like, sprinkle,
that makes all the difference.
On top, it makes a difference. So that, and I think the part of accountability, like every Tuesday you're on my calendar, every Thursday you're on my calendar. So it's like, I have to make it happen. Like, I have to, my wife, after this is going to be like, so how was the call with Dan? So yeah, man. So the part of holding yourself accountable is important. You can start a course on your own, but if you don't have a group of people that are actually supporting you and just holding you accountable, you're not going to do it. You're going to get sidetracked or, brain scatter or another shiny object or whatever it is that you deal with on a personal basis. So that's the biggest one for me.
Cool, man. Cool. Just out of curiosity, why did you choose to go with Sold Out Courses over another program?
You're going to hate me.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Here's the deal, Dan. There's a lot of people that I notice, and I connected with you because you keep it real, bro. Like, with you, either somebody likes you or they don't. There is no middle, right? And your results are there, bro. Like, there's, your results are there. And the biggest one is, like, you actually effing care, bro. And I get goosebumps telling you this because I can tell somebody that's just doing it for the money and someone that actually enjoys helping other people. And that was the biggest thing that attracted me to you, was that you really want people, like, you care, whether you want to look good or bad in front of people, it doesn't matter, like, you care. So that's what separated you from other people who's showing me a freaking Lamborghini. Like, I can't even, I have a family, bro. Like, I cannot have a Lamborghini, I have a Tesla instead there.
Yeah, your Tesla's awesome.
But that, that was the biggest thing. So, like, I really connected with you in that sense, that you really care, and you tell it like how it is. There's a quote that you said to us the other day, it only hurts if it's true. Like, you do something and it's like, we're twitching. Is it true? If we're twitching, it's true. If you didn't connect, then
it's so true. That's so true. If somebody tells you something harsh advice, whatever, it only hurts if it's true. That is 100% true.
So whenever I'm twitching, I'm like, oh no.
Well, hey, listen, we don't have time for pleasantries on these coaching calls. We got to get to the problem. Okay,
and I love that.
That's awesome. So I know you're young in the program. I know you're young in launching your course, but so far, it sounds like, and keep in mind this 8,000 number that you hit in a month, that's, a lot of people, they have to do launches for that type of stuff. They have to do JVs or affiliates. You're just letting this thing run on autopilot with ads, which I think is really, really cool, because you have time to do your shoe business and all that stuff, which those are some nice shoes. So I know you care a lot about that business.
I do.
As well. So as a result of implementing, what's the big, so far, like, what's the outcome, and what do you think you're going to be able to achieve in the coming months?
I believe if I keep doing what I'm doing right now and adding, like, the rest of the pieces that I'm missing, I can see myself easily making $20,000, $30,000 a month on this course. That's going to continue, that's going to help me into, give more money to my shoe factory so I can continue scale that. So that's one of the reasons. That's one of my motivations as far as the online course is besides helping people, is being able to put money back into my other business. And I can see that happening because with Facebook ads, bro, the ROI is there. I'm not doing anything else. I'm not going live every day on Facebook.
And you're not doing YouTube ads yet either, right?
What was that?
You're not doing YouTube ads either.
No, I'm not doing any YouTube ads. I'm literally, like you said, you have a product, you have a webinar, run ads to the webinar, and that's it. Like, there's nothing else. No, oh, let me do Instagram. Not that I'm sure it would work, but like what you tell us all the time, like focus is key. Like, stop it, distractions. I told my wife the other day, I'm like, babe, what are you doing? She's like, oh, I'm like, distractions. That's you tell us that all the time, distractions. Like, squirrel, like, no, stop being distracted by all this BS. Just focus on your webinar. Focus on your course. So for me, that was the biggest one, Dan. It's crazy because it not only helped my course, but it's actually helping my shoe business, bro. Believe it or not. Like, focus, being able to be more, not brain scattered, but like use processes. It just helped me a lot. It really has.
I remember talking to you and several other people on the calls as a recurring theme that people try to solve problems that aren't problems, right?
Oh my gosh.
They try to solve problems that don't need to be solved, that aren't an actual problem, and why are you wasting time doing that? Because first you must identify, is this a problem? Why is it a problem? What is it actually doing negatively? Does it even need to be solved? And those are things that a lot of people don't think about, and you get distracted solving problems that aren't really problems, or you try to solve something you don't even clearly know what the problem is yet. So focus I think is more than just putting down your cell phone or whatever. It's really a systematic process to how you approach solving issues and solving problems. So
just that right there was just, that alone was worth my investment, honestly. Just being able to have that available for me, knowing that it's like, hey, why am I being distracted and trying to fix others? That's not the problem. What is the problem?
Right.
Fix the damn problem. There's only one little problem right now. Fix it, and there's gonna be another one after that. But stop making up problems that doesn't exist.
Yeah, if you fix enough problems, you get to become a millionaire. That's what I always say. So how was I'll just ask you one last question. Since I know it's only $8,000, which I think for a lot of people, $8,000 in a month in sales is great, especially when they're not doing launches or anything. But you're early in the program. You just launched. Even with the success you've had, how has your business and your life changed since seeing like, hey, I can do this, I can sell this course, it's running on autopilot, and my God, man, you don't even have an email sequence yet. When you get that email sequence running, you're going to be crushing. It'll probably double your sales.
I'm working on it. I believe it. So I say that, to answer that question, I would say, the biggest part for me was, knowing that I have a product, a physical product, which is my shoes, but I have a digital product. Like, holy marbles, man. Like, to make a shoe, I need to spend leathers. There's an overhead on the factory. The overhead on my ads on my course is just the ads. Able to be in an era where you can sell digital products, you can sell your knowledge. Like, and I'm doing both. To me, that's amazing. So I feel really happy knowing that I'm doing both, and I can see my online course doing amazing, because when people ask me, so how you started your shoe business, I started with the sweat and tears of making websites for people. That's how I started I bought a factory with my website business, making websites for people. That was it. My personal service business. And so when people ask me, instead of just being like, oh, websites, and then there they go, now I have a product that I can share with them and say, hey, here, buy this. This is going to help you. And now I'm actually genuinely helping people because I have something to give them, rather than just tell them, hey, I started a website business and I guess you can just do a done-for-you service business, and I guess no, bro, like, here, do what I did. Just like your Facebook course, you've helped tons of people like that. So I can imagine continue to do that. So that's where I see that going.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, hey, thanks for coming on and sharing and talking to me about this, and get your email sequence done.
I will. And Dan, and to anybody that's watching this, I'm not getting paid for this, by the way. This is like as real as it gets, and I'm looking right at the camera. If you really want to take your knowledge and put it together in a gift and be able to share that with people, and you're considering where should I go, where to, who do I listen to? There's so much noise right now. You have to give this man a chance. You really do. The results speak for themselves. You're not going to be disappointed. The second you log into the course, you're gonna see that this course is the best thing you can buy. Honest to God. So thank you, Dan. Pull the trigger to anybody that's watching this, and I really appreciate everything that you've done for me thus far, man. Thank you.
Hey, man. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon. I'll see you on the call.
You got it, brother.
All
See you
right,
on the call. Bye.
Bye.